Whew. Good morning, good morning. How you doing this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody's morning going? Let me let y'all get on into the room. I know. We back at it again. We back at it again. Good morning, Heather Smith. How are you this morning, love? Good morning to you. How is it? Miss Anderson. Good morning, Miss Anderson. Good morning, Lynn 21. How are you? The Chef Purpose. Good morning to you, Jesse Baby 5678. Good morning. How you doing? Angel Only. The Only. I see you. Double tap on that screen as you come in. What's going on, Sabrina? Good morning to you. Rab. Good morning to you, Sabrina. Good morning. How are you? What's going on, Angela? Good morning to you over there. Body by Kira. I see you this morning. Good morning to you. How you doing, Crystal D? Tapping in. I see you this morning. Good morning to you, Karen, as well. Camo. Good morning to you. Maria. Good morning to you. Good morning, Chantel 808. How y'all doing this morning? Double tap on that screen. Rochelle Williams. Good morning. How you doing? Sharon Bradley. Good morning to you. Y'all know I can barely see, man. I ain't got no glasses on. Good morning. Good morning, Curtis. How are you this morning? Good morning, Carolyn. How are you, Diamond? Good morning to you. Miss Barnes 15. Good morning to you, Belle. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Double tap on that screen for me. Alexa, good morning to you. How are you doing this morning? How y'all doing, Nicole? What's going on, Nicole Easton? How are you? Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Do me a favor as you come into the room. Double tap on that screen. Double tap on it. As you come into this room, double tap on that screen, man. Double tap on that screen. All three platforms, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. As you come into that room, double tap on that screen. Let's walk, word, and worship. What is a street? Walk, word, and worship. This is where you get your 3 wins a day. That's a mental, a physical, and a spiritual win right here with your girl, Street Poet. That physical win is when you on your treadmill, your elliptical, watching your neighborhood, or in your local gym while listening to the word, right? That word is when we're going to be dropping down some motivation and inspiration right over here with you, man. And then you got your what? You got your spiritual win, because y'all know I'm gonna seal it with that word, man. We're gonna drop it in there because we have to constantly acknowledge God and his power, right? Good morning. Heather Geegan, how you doing this morning? What up, Latifah? How are you this morning? Christina Brown, good morning to you. Kia, good morning to you this morning. Double tap on the screen. What up, Rachel White? Bingham, good morning to you. Double tap on that screen as y'all come in. Double tap. We're getting ready for a walk, word, and worship. Good morning. If you don't see your best friend on the live, do me a favor. Go ahead real quick. Send her that text, that inbox. Hey, Coach On. Go ahead, send them that text. Go ahead, tag them inside the chat real quick. TikTok, go ahead, get us up to 10K real quick. Double tap on that screen. Get us up to 10K over there. Let me get 7 badges on IG. Facebook, y'all know what the deal is. Get us up to 200 stars real quick. Let me get 2 teddy bears over here. Double tap on that screen. Let's go. So we can get into this thing on this morning. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's go. Appreciate them 20 stars. Appreciate you over there. Thank you so much. What's going on? How y'all doing this morning? Happy new day to the chosen family. Grand rising, rich rising, all of that good stuff to everybody else. Good morning, grand rising, rich rising. However y'all go about it. Thank you, Miss Joan. Appreciate you so much. Joan DeVille, thank you so much for those stars. I appreciate you. Nicole, appreciate you for that first badge of the morning. Thank you so much. Lynn, I see you. There you go. We need 3 more. We need what I said? Yeah, we need a couple more on it ain't 3, but y'all know. What's going on? So we in here. I know. You see, hey, it's Monday. Everybody ready, Kira? It's Monday. You know, everybody, it's been a weekend. I ain't been on in 2 days. So, you know, everybody start popping in. They like, wait a minute, Coach been gone 2 days. Let's get back over here real quick. Yeah, we in here this morning. How y'all doing this morning? Double tap on that screen. Get us on up there. Where y'all at? Y'all at 5.9. Y'all at 6. Y'all at 6. Y'all need to get it up to 10K. Y'all almost at 10K TikTok. Come on, double tap on that screen. What's going on, man? man. Facebook, y'all reached y'all goal. I see y'all. Y'all ain't play no games with it. There we go. Exceptional transaction. Appreciate you so much. I appreciate that badge this morning. Thank you so much. Double tap on that screen, man. If you here for the word, like Coach, I'm here to get that word this morning. What's up, Latif? What up, Tim? I see you, Miss Shlin, on up in here. I see you hit them with that electric slide right on up in here. Good morning, good morning, good morning to each and every one of you guys, man. Grand rising, rich rising, to everybody on this beautiful, beautiful morning, man. I'm telling you what, if you don't have nothing else to be grateful for, you could be grateful for the fact that you are here on this morning, grateful for the fact that you are able to partake in the festivities on this beautiful morning. Good morning to you, bad gal. How are you this morning? Double tap on that screen. That's right. If you clothed in your right mind, activities of your limbs this morning, if you are able right now to be able to function the way that you need to function on this morning, that all by itself, thank you so much, Christina, that by itself is already a blessing. Understand that. That's already a blessing, because it's definitely somebody that wanted to be here this morning that's not able to. It's somebody that wanted to be here this morning. There you go, TikTok. That's what I'm talking about. Got y'all 10K. It's somebody that wanted to be here this morning that wasn't able to. It was somebody that wanted to be able to do what we're doing, just simply getting up and walking this morning, getting into our gym, getting on our treadmills, our ellipticals, what have you, right now this morning, and they're not able to. So for that alone, we show our gratefulness, right? We just grateful for that. Thank you, Rob, for that badge. Appreciate you. We're grateful for that this morning. Y'all double tap on my screen for me. Send me some love. Good morning, Jennifer O'Neill. I see you, Jen, and switch platforms on me. Jen then went to Facebook. Okay. Hey, they be like, I'm following on all platforms. So whichever one come up first, coach, whichever one come up first. That's what I'm talking about. Double tap on that screen for me this morning. One thing I want you guys to understand as we're closing out, we're getting over here, getting ready to start closing out this year. One thing I want you to understand is that you still, listen, come for a fact. One thing I want you to understand that as we're getting ready to close out this year, we got 5 months left. What's going on, Shirley? I see you. Double tap on that screen. That you can still come out and win. Even though, we could still come out and win. You could have been in struggle all first and second quarter and the beginning of the third. But if you lock in right now today, you can still walk away, walk up out of here, walk up out of 2024, right into 2025 and still win. Understand that. Yep, that's right, friend. There you go, Crystal Love, and win big at that. Exactly. You can still walk right up out of this year and you can still win. Please do not allow the enemy to get into your mind and make you think that, oh yeah, well, it's too late for you. I wasn't on board when everybody else was on board and they've been working on this for so long and I'm just now getting in. I'm just now getting started, baby. It don't take all day. Understand that. It don't take all day at all. But what it do take is commitment. What it do take is your will to want to be able to fix your life. What it will take is for you to get serious. What it will take is for you to become committed and consistent and very intentional in your life. If you want to change anything about your life, if you're not happy with anything that's going on currently in your life, in your relationship, your friendship, your family ship, your job ship, whatever ship that you own with whomever, the truth of the matter is you can always change it. You can always say that this right here, this ain't for me. This right here, this ain't doing what I needed it to do. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to be something different. I thought that there was this right here, this ain't doing what I needed it to do. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to be something different. I thought that there was going to be this, and I'm saying that is that, and I'm not happy with that. What you say, coach? And I'm not happy with that. And the thing about it is when you're not happy with the way things are going, when you're not happy with what it is that you see, when you're not satisfied, when you're not at peace, when that thing is bothering you and you say, hey, look, this ain't it right here. One thing that you have to understand, and I want you to hear me with your whole entire heart, is that you have a divine right of choice. You have a divine right of choice right there, right in the middle of that relationship, right in the middle of that family quarrel, right in the middle of you clocking into that job, right in the middle of whatever's happening in your life. You have a divine right of choice. You can at any given moment say, this ain't working for me. At any given moment say, you know what, I think I want to try me something else. In any given moment you can make up your mind and say, you know what, I thought that I was going to be good with this. I thought that I was going to handle this. I thought that it would be, but it's not. And guess what? You don't owe nobody no explanation. You don't owe nobody an explanation for you doing what is best for you. You don't owe nobody an explanation for you making a decision that is going to be beneficial to you. You don't owe nobody an explanation or a breakdown of you moving a certain type of way that is going to be favor in your outcome. Understand that you have got to know that it's okay for you to choose you, for you to love you, for you to pour into you, for you to prioritize you, for you to make yourself the most valuable person on your team, sweets. Understand that I'm not, when you're on the airplane, what they say, before you put on anybody else's oxygen mask, put on yours first. That's life. If you ever been on a plane, first thing they'll tell you when you're on a plane, you don't put on nobody else's oxygen mask until you put on yours first. If you ever flown, just send me some love real quick. If you ever flown, send me some love. Because that's a fact. They get up there, they do the little demonstration in the middle of the aisle. I see y'all. Thank you, sweet baby trees. Thank you, Marissa, over there. I see the gifts coming over here on TikTok. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, it's a fact. That's exactly what they say. If you've ever been on the plane, that's the first thing that they'll tell you. When the masks drop down, you put yours on first. You put yours on first. Thank you, Christina, for the cash app. But the problem come in is that sometimes in this thing of life right here, y'all want to put on everybody else's mask before you put on yours. You want to put on everybody else's. Thank you, Rod. Thank you, Fireworks. Appreciate both of you guys on those badges. Before you put on anybody else's mask and say, put yours on first. Why? Because even on the flight, you got to protect yourself. Understand that. Thank you. Is it Aqua Motion? Appreciate that badge. Thank you, Jennifer, for the stars. You have to get to a place where you learn how to put your mask on first. A lot of times what happens is we masking up everybody else. We putting on protection for everybody else. We making sure everybody else have everything that they need. They making sure everybody else is all suited and booted, wrapped up the way that they need to be wrapped up. You giving and giving and giving and doing and doing and doing. And every time somebody has a need, good morning, Felicia. Every time somebody has a need, every time somebody has a problem, a issue, or anything in between, the first thing that you do is you run to go fix it. You run to go give to it. You run to go save them. You run to go do this. You run to go do that. And I want you to understand that if you want to walk out of here, out of 2024 into 2025, and you want to really win, when I say that you have to be intentional, when I say that you have to be committed, when I say that you have to be locked in, I'm not talking about to anybody else. I'm talking about that level of dedication and commitment to yourself. I'm talking about establishing a plan for your own life. That's what I'm talking about. Establishing a plan, creating a plan for your life. Thank you, Felicia. At the end of the day, the problem is some of us don't have a plan. Coach, I wanna fix my life, but I don't have a plan. I don't really know how to get it started. You know what I'm saying? Because I be trying low. First and foremost, you have to accept your reality. Okay, double tap on the screen. I had to drop a note. They had 820 stars. They over here, they double tapping. They had 20K over here. What'd you say? That's the first note of the morning right there, baby. You have to accept your reality. A lot of y'all are struggling right now in life because you refuse to accept the reality. The truth of the matter is, if you were to really step back and see the way that people were loving you, see the way that people were showing up for you, to see the way that people were doing this and doing that, you will find out that you're not really being loved the way that you deserve to be loved. You will find out that people are not really coming through for you the way that you want them to come through for you. You will find out that it's all in your head. It's all in my head. Yeah, it's all in your head, to be honest with you. Understand that. That's what we tell ourselves, especially the good-hearted people, the soft-hearted people, the kind-hearted people, the fixers, the people that have to put people together. We convince ourselves that they are that good to us because we want to be that good to them. What you say say? It's the lies that you tell yourself. It's the finesse that you tell yourself. You trick yourself into thinking that they're that good to you and that they love you that much and they're this and they're that when your life, when the truth of the matter is, if you ever got the guts to step back and to step away, that if you ever just took a time where you fasted from people and their needs and really focused on yourself for a minute, you will see the reality. You will see the reality of the fact that I am everything to everybody, understand, and nothing to myself. Yeah, you can put that in. That's a note right there by itself. It's red ink. Yeah, I'm everything to everybody, and I'm nothing to myself. How is it? Yeah, I'm everything to everybody, but I'm absolutely nothing to myself. I don't understand how I keep putting myself in these situations. I don't understand how in the world did I even get over this? How in the world did this and all of that? Because of the lies that we tell ourselves. We trick ourselves into thinking that these people love us that way. We trick ourselves into thinking that these people are committed to us this way. We trick ourselves into thinking that these people really value us that way, and the truth of the matter is they really and truly don't. What they do value is the service that you provide. What they do value is what it is that you give to them. What they do value is the fact that you're always on time. They can depend on you. You so dependable, you so committed, and if I didn't, nobody else was gonna be there, I knew you was gonna be there. If I couldn't count on nobody else, I could count on you. Understand, that's what they love. That's what they're committed to. That's what they're chasing out of. It's not you. Understand that, because the moment that you step back and step away and you really accept the reality of that situation, first it takes what? Assessment. Once you step back and you learn how to fast from people and really see people and things for what they really are, now you have to do what? Accept the reality of it. I love you way more than you would ever love me. This relationship is not even reciprocal. This ain't, yeah, come on, hold on. Friends say, stop telling my business, coach. Come on. Yeah, this relationship is not even reciprocal. Every time you call me, I run. Every time you need me, I run. Every time, I'm right there with you. But then I notice when them tables turn, I'm sitting over here and the whole entire table empty. When I need somebody, ain't no shoulder over here, ain't no ear over here. Wait a minute. When I have to go in and my stuff is due and wait a minute, while I can't got nobody that I can borrow from, but everybody can borrow from me. If their bills get behind, they can get it from me. If they struggling with this, struggling with that, they can come and get it from me. But how is it that when I'm in need, when I need prayer, when I need a fast buddy, when I need somebody to help me out in one way or another, I have absolutely nobody to call. Nobody is available. Understand that. That's because you are connecting yourself, surrounding yourself with folk that add no value to your life. And in order for you to be able to win, in order for you to be able to walk out of 2025 with that W, you're going to have to lose some folk. You're going to have to cut ties with some folk. You're going to have to detach yourself from some folk. You're going to have to issue out the gift of goodbye to somebody. Yeah, that's a fact, baby. Here's a gift. The gift of what? Goodbye. The gift of goodbye. I know we ain't had no falling out, and it ain't no drama, ain't no hard feelings or nothing like that. It just came from my assessment. I had to assess the relationship. I had to assess the friendship. I had to assess the familyship. I had to assess the job, the church, every connection that's to me. I had to assess it. And when I assessed it, coach, then guess what happened? I had to accept the reality. That first note, how I'm going to get to my win, I'm going to have to accept my reality. I'm going to have to move up out of this delusional state. That man don't want me. And that's it. Ain't nothing that I can buy that man that's going to make that man want me. Ain't nothing that I can do for that man that's going to make that man want me. I done laid up with him while he done cheated, coach. He done bought 4-5 children back here, and I'm in here taking care of these children like Molly the maid, baby. I'm washing faces, greasing faces, combing hair, dropping off the soccer practice, ballerina practice, and everything in between. And guess what? The man still really don't want me, but he loved the way that I take care of his kids. He loved the way that I show up for his kids. He loved the way that he can do all of that. And guess what? I'm such a loving person. I'm such a kind person. He can tell you all that about me, but won't treat me right. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Ooh, wait. Okay, well, come on then. Well, I mean, at one point or another, you have to accept the reality. How is it that you can say all these wonderful things? Oh, yeah, it's such a good woman, and I'll never do this and I'll never do that, but then you don't treat them like they're a good woman. Such a good man, but all of this and that, but you're not being treated that way. Oh, baby, the devil is a lie. Once you sit back and you start to assess that situation at one point or another, you're going to have to accept the reality of the situation. The reality is the relationship is not reciprocal. It really and truly is not. Here you are being everything to this man, and this man is being absolutely nothing to you. And what makes it 10 times worse is some of y'all will go to the extent of, understand, come on, can I be real or can I be real? Some of y'all will actually go to the extent of what? Y'all will be out here, understand this, having relationship problems with no relationship. This man ain't even gave you a commitment. This man ain't even gave you a title. This man ain't even said that we gonna be together. And here you are over here performing your very best. Baby, you would think that you had Tyler Perry up there ready to put you in the next play the way you carrying on. You up there performing your very best. You folding clothes of clothes so doggone downy, fresh and fluffy. Clothes can jump up out the basket they sell. Hello, somebody, baby, every time you want. No. You have got to know when to pull back. Folk they're not interested in you. You have to accept the reality. That man don't love you. That man don't want you. That man don't want that relationship. And it's the same thing with some women as well. When you done gone outside of your way, you done chased them, you done loved them, you done gave to them, you done did this and you done did that, and you see that she cannot reciprocate, when you see that the love is not being returned, when you see the affection is not being returned, that there's no equal, it's time to go. Come on. At one point or another, you got to stop playing with you. At one point or another, you have to start playing with you. And you have to take that responsibility. You have to take that ownership of that for yourself, because the only reason why they're doing it to you is because they see that you're doing it. They see that you're not. Understand that they see that you're not doing it. So when you don't take you serious, I'm not going to take you serious either. When I see how you play with you, oh, baby, I'm about to play with you like you a train track. You about to be Barbie over here. You about to be Barbie and Ken and Barbie little babies. That's what you about to be. I'm about to play with you something terrible. Why? Because I see how inconsistent you are with yourself. I see how you make commitments to yourself that you break. Yeah, that's right. You say you're going to do this, but don't never do it. You say you're going to operate this way, but don't never operate that way. You're doing nothing but showing them exactly how you value yourself. That's the reason why I'm harping so much on making sure that you're intentional, making sure that you're following through, making sure that you're standing on business, making sure that you establish boundaries, make sure you enforce your boundaries, make sure that not only you make other people respect your boundaries, but you have to respect your boundaries as well. You gotta watch how you talk to you. You gotta watch how you treat you. You gotta watch how you show up for you. You gotta watch how you love on you. You gotta watch how you making sure you take the time out of your day to prioritize you. When you do it, they'll do it. That's ink right there. That right there, that's ink. That's ink right there. What you say? It ain't even all. It starts with me respecting my boundaries. I can't expect somebody else to respect boundaries in my life if I'm not respecting them. I can't expect anybody else to value me if I ain't valuing me. I can't expect for somebody else to talk to me with love and respect if I don't talk to me with love and respect. If every single time I turn around, I'm over here downing myself, I'm over here talking crazy to myself, if every single time I'm making up an excuse for why I can't love myself the right way, I can't have no self-care time for myself, if I do that with me, then guess what? Everybody that's connected to me, that's surrounded by me, they gonna do the same exact thing. Understand that you have got to make sure that you are intentional with yourself, loving yourself, pouring into yourself, prioritizing yourself. Understand, because folks will fall in love with your hand, but not your heart. Yeah. Accepting the reality. And the only way you get to the part where you accept the reality is if you step back and you step away and you start assessing the relationships that you have with everybody that's around you, paying attention. You ain't got to do it up about 7 to 14 days. Step back and step away. See how many people do this, and this, and just, I'm telling you, after you do it for 7 to 14 days, it'll become a habit anyway, because your life will become instantly peaceful. Come on. And that's the reason why a lot of people don't want to do it. When I say you got to cut folk off, when I say you got to get by yourself, when I say that you got to step back and step away, a lot of people get offended. They don't want no more coaching from me. They don't want no come to the live videos. They don't want to be connected anymore. Why? Because they don't want the responsibility of doing the right thing. If every time I come to her live videos, if every time I go to her class, if every time I show up to something with her, she telling me exactly what I need to know, and she ain't sugarcoating it, ain't watering it down, ain't diluting it, she right there in my face, I feel triggered by her. I feel offended by her. I get upset with her. Why? Because she will not stroke my ego. Understand that she won't say just what I want to hear. If she knows that this is what it is, she's going to tell me directly. Why are you still in a situation that's not good for you? Why are you still connected to folk that's not good for you or good to you? Why are you still dealing with folk that you already know have no respect for you? Understand that you owe it to yourself to love yourself. You owe it to yourself to make sure you're taking care of yourself. And guess what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to be one of those folks that's going to sit over there and try to play nice to get along with you. Understand that. So if you got to go, then go. But I'm going to tell you right now, when you are here, I'm going to hold you accountable for your life. Don't come crying talking about what other folk done to you when you still giving them the same type of access to you. Come on. What you crying for? Don't be out here whining and complaining about what you allowing. You whining and complaining about them treating you poorly, but you won't stay out their face. You whining and complaining about how much they don't love you the way that they should love you, and you feel like it's so one-sided, and you feel so disrespected and used and abused and taken advantage of, and I just can't believe this, and this. But why are you always in their face? Why you always in the face of folk that you feel like that don't make no sense? Make it make sense. Why are you still in the folk? Because I can't tell you how folk feel about me, because I stay out of folk face. Understand that I don't know what they saying. I don't know what they doing. I don't know because I stay out of folk face. You will not know what them folk got going on. You won't know nothing about them folk if you stay out them folk face. Why do you stay in the faces of folk that you already know feel a certain type of way about you? Why are you still smiling and grinning and smiling and cheesing all up in folks' faces that you already know feel a certain type of way about you? I don't want nobody around me that's jealous of me. I don't want nobody around me that's envious of me. I don't want nobody around me that's speaking negatively about me, concerning me. I don't want nobody around me that I cannot trust. If I gotta question you in any type of way, shape, or form, I pray every day that God get you the furthest away from me. I don't want nobody around me that I feel like in any type of way, shape, or form you got a ill feeling towards me. Period, point blank. What you over here for? That is a mental illness. For you to feel away about an individual and still be right there in their face, following them on platforms, trying to interact with them in any kind of way. You have to cut that off. Even if that's you, and you got some folk that you're talking about, oh, I don't really like them like that. Stop following them. Stop talking about them. Stop speaking on them. Understand that. You care about something if you still doing that. That don't make no sense. Stay away from people and out of folks' faces that make you feel a certain type of way. That ain't doing nothing but damaging yourself. You hurting yourself. At one point or another, you cannot even blame them anymore because it's you. Once you assess, see, a lot of people don't want to assess it because, like I said, assessment comes with responsibility. Assessment comes with responsibility. The responsibility is accepting the reality. When you accept the reality, then you're changing. In that moment where you accept the reality, that's when your mind instantly shifts. Come on, be real. Assessment comes first. You assess that situation. Let's just be real. When you're looking at your life and you start assessing your life and you start looking at friends and say, wow, that's deep. Think about it. It's just a process. And sometimes people don't pay any attention. You do the assessment first. And once you do the assessment comes with what? It comes with responsibility. Once you have that, because now you see that it's not good for you. You see that it's damaging to you. You see that it's like poison to you. You see that right there, that's hurting me now. Once you assessed it, you're looking at it and you're seeing exactly the role that it plays in your life. And once you assess it, now you have to accept the reality of it. Baby, I can't pretend that it's not something that it really and truly is. As much as I want it to be the opposite, it's not. As much as I want it to be love, I see that it's manipulation. As much as I want it to be reciprocal, I see that it's not. As much as I want it to be respected, I see that there's really no value. There's really no respect there. Once you assess something, then the right there, the reality it instantly clicks right there. Dang. You too? Don't let it hurt you like that. Ooh, Lord. When you have to look at them and be like, you too? God, dog. I wasn't even, you too? You like that too? Then you have that you too moment. Come on, Heather Geegan. You had that, come on. You too. You have, come on, let's be real. You look at those people and you're like, God, dog. And I made the real and I said, baby, sometimes it's not even that you're angry. I'm not even angry. I'm not even angry. For a long time, I tricked myself into thinking that it was anger. I really wasn't even angry. But that's the emotion. Because you feel so much, because you feel so much, you just go with angry. You just go with, oh, if I could just put my hand on you. Oh, if I could just get away with it. Oh, you think that it's anger. But it really be disappointment. It be hurt. It be that type of hurt that pierce your peace. Like that hurt that go deep, 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 deep in you. Because I would have never thought about that for you. I would have never thought ever to do that to you. I would have never hurt you like that. I would have never humiliated you like that. I would have never, like what you done to me, I would have never, ever, 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 I would have never done that to you. And because you're so hurt, the only emotion that we can go with is anger. Like, I'm just mad. No, you hurt. You're disappointed. Because ain't no way in the world you did what? Wow. But when you step back, see, the thing about moving forward with things is after you assess it and you accept the reality of what it is, now it instantly shifts your mindset. Because no matter how much you want to trust them, you can't trust them that way again. No matter how much you want to see them in a better view, you can never see them in that view again. No matter how much you try to force yourself to be or see or feel, you can't get back to that anymore because of what it is that you know. See, that's the reason why I harp so much about saying that knowledge is powerful. When you know certain things, when you know things, baby, it bothers you. When you know certain things, and when you don't know, you don't know. But when you do know, that thing bothers you at your core. The fact that you know, I know who you are. I know what you are. I know how you behave. And you'll be mad at yourself. You'll be so mad at yourself for even talking to him. You'll be mad at yourself for dealing with him. You'll be mad at yourself for wasted time, wasted energy, wasted effort, wasted love. You'll be so mad. You just, and the person, you think that you're mad at them, but you're not mad at them. You're mad at you and disappointed in them. You disappointed because you couldn't see. I would have never thought that from you. I would have never, wait a minute. I would have never put that on you. Understand that you'll be disappointed. You'll be hurt. I'm talking about hurt, deep hurt with them, but you'll be mad at yourself because why didn't I see that? Why couldn't I have called that out? Why couldn't I have pointed at that? Wait a minute, that right there, why did you'll be mad at yourself because you was like, what was I doing that I didn't do this? What was I doing that I didn't do that? You start looking for fault in yourself. You start beating yourself down. You start saying, oh, well, if I would have did this better, did that better, if I would have came up here more, did this and did that. You start looking for reasons of why somebody that you loved on that level, that way, why would they have done that to me? Hold up, it had to be a reason. Yeah. And you start looking like it had to be a reason. It had to be something that was inside of me. And the truth of the matter is, there was nothing that was inside of you. A person is going to do exactly what they're going to do, and it has absolutely nothing to do with you. Understand, for so many years, what people will do is they will go over there and they will make the person that is a victim in that situation, they will make them, the person that was a victim, they will have that person over there looking for fault. Well, why did they cheat on me? Was I not there enough? Did I not cook enough? Did I not love them enough? Well, did I not listen enough? Did I not do this enough? And they'll be like, well, if you would have been taking care of home. Understand, that's really what people would say. And people will really run out of with that. They'll be like, well, how you could, baby, that's not your fault. Understand that there's nothing that you could have done or said in any type of way, shape, or form that made an individual go out and do what they done. They done exactly what they wanted to do because that's what they wanted to do. Understand that, because if they did not want to do it, they would not have done it. Understand that you cannot take on other folks' stuff. You did what you did. I felt what I felt. That's it. But for so many years, people have done what? They've blamed the victim. So the villain goes scot-free. Oh, I understand why you did it. Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense. Well, oh, yeah, this is what people have done. Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense. I mean, if you did, instead of just being honest about the situation, you could have left at any given moment. If you wasn't happy, what I said at the beginning of this life, if you are not happy in any area of your life, if you're not satisfied in any area of your life, and that's a job, that's a church, that's a friendship, a familyship, a relationship, a situationship, if you are not happy with the person that you are currently dealing with, you have a divine right of choice. You can simply say, I don't like the way that you do relationship, and I'm going to bow out gracefully. I'm going to walk away before I hurt you. I'm going to walk away before I disrespect you. I'm going to walk away before I publicly humiliate you. I'm going to walk away from before I embarrass you or I embarrass me. I'm going to simply detach myself. While there's still love there, while there's still respect there, while there's still honor there, I'm going to walk away right here where we can still be cool. We can still be cool. We can still kick it every now and again if you want to do lunch, brunch, or movie day. Understand that. But no, they made a decision. Their decision was to hurt you. Their decision was to walk you like a dog. Their decision was to stand in your face and lie to you. And every single time that you ask they lie over and over and over again, how in the world does that make them a victim? But this is what society would do. So what happens is, because people think just because it's trending that it's truth, they start taking that and running with it. Oh, they lied and they did this and this because of this. If you would have did this better, baby, no. Take that off today. Understand, that is not your responsibility. You are not responsible for somebody else's behavior, but you are responsible for yours. Write it in your notes. You are not responsible for somebody else's behavior, but you are responsible for yours. You are not dismantle that, unthink that, break that all the way down, let that go all the way, whatever it is. Friends say, thank you, Coach. Oh, baby, you are welcome. Hello. We are breaking that today, walking away from that today, letting that go right now today. You are not responsible for somebody else's behavior, but you are responsible for yours. The only person that you're responsible for behavior is you. That's just you. But the enemy will trick you into thinking that you are. So you spend years, come on, you spend years trying to figure out what it is that I done to you. What is it that hurt you? How did I not do this? How did I not do that? And how did I, oh my God. And you're looking for all of this fault in yourself. And what happens in this situation after you assess it, well, yeah, this is the reason why people don't, I'm just talking about why people don't want to assess their life. And I'm telling you this, the enemy don't ever want you to assess your life. He don't ever want you to look at your your life. He don't ever want you to pay attention to what things really and truly are. This is the reason why he don't, and I'm just giving you examples, is because once you see what people really are, and you have to accept the response, you have to accept the reality of it. Once you accept the reality of it, then your mind will instantly shift. And the one thing that he don't want is for your mind to actually shift, because when your mind shifts, that means that you're promoting growth, that you're taking the knowledge and it becomes powerful, because now you're applying what you know to be, this is what it is. I'm applying what I know now to my life. Then it becomes powerful. Knowledge is not powerful unless it's applied. And that's the reason why the enemy don't want you to assess your life, because he don't want you to become knowledgeable of the things and the people and the situation in your life. What did you say, Coach? The enemy does not want you to assess your life. Don't want you to really get a good look at your life. Don't really want you to look at the connections that you have with different folks in your life, because if you look at those things, you become what? Knowledgeable. And once you become knowledgeable about who they are, what they are, how they move, then you have to do what? When you start applying that new knowledge that you now have, I see who you are. I got to distance myself. I see who you are. That won't be good for me. I see who you are. And this. Once you start applying that knowledge, that's when you're promoting growth. That growth is what's powerful. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you just sitting on it, then you just sitting on it. That knowledge, sitting on knowledge is not powerful. You just know a lot and doing nothing with it. That's still ignorant. Understand that? Yeah, that's still ignorant. Come on, friend. Friend say yes. Am I right or am I right? Double tap on my screen. Let me get 5 badges on IG. Let me get 2 teddy bears TikTok. Double tap on the screen. Baby, can we be real about it? You can have all the knowledge in the world. You can be super duper smart. You can be Einstein sweets. But if you're doing nothing with the knowledge that you have, you just as ignorant as all get out. Understand that. That's all. You're just sitting on everything that you know and doing absolutely nothing with it. You're not moving anywhere with it. You're just sitting on it. Understand, your knowledge is only powerful when you start applying what you know to your life. And that's what the enemy don't want you to do. Why? Because when you start applying that information to your life, then you're going to promote growth. And when you start growing in life, what happens? You start changing. That's the transition. The enemy's job is to do what? Stop your transition. I cannot allow you to go to your fullest potential. I cannot allow you to operate in purpose. I cannot allow you, understand that, to be operating with the mindset that God intentionally created you to work with. That means that he's not doing his job. So he's going to distract you. He's going to pull you out of alignment. He's going to go outside of his way or every single time to rob you of your attention. I got to distract you. Wait a minute. You trying to change. I can't let you change. The goal is to keep you broken. The goal is to keep you down bad. The goal is to keep you stuck. The goal is to stifle your feet. The goal is to keep you right there whining and crying, sad and depressed and running after me and looking for fault inside yourself, trying to figure out, are you coming or going? The sign, yeah, come on, let's be real. The goal is to keep you down bad. Put that in your nose. The enemy's goal is to keep you down bad. Come on, the enemy's goal. When we say the enemy, we ain't talking about no devil running around here. Understand? Thank you so much, Helen. We ain't running around with no on fire with no pitchfork. We ain't talking about that. We talking about these people that you love so much that don't love you back. Understand that the devil ain't running around here with no pitchfork and on fire, baby. Some of y'all sleeping with them. Some of y'all are best friends with them. Some of y'all get up and go to brunch every Saturday with them. Some of y'all taking girls trips with them. Understand that. Yeah. Be careful. Assessment will give you all the information that you need about everybody that you're with. Please do not be over there thinking about, well, she talking about the devil, that ain't not. No. Let me make it so that you understand. Let me make sure, you will never be able to play with me. Understand? Let me make it so that you understand. Some of y'all are sleeping with the enemy. Some of y'all are sleeping with your op. Some of y'all are sleeping with the folk, best friends with the folk. Understand that despise you the most, that are the most envious of you, most jealous of you, most intimidated by you. Understand that we If you're looking for him to show up on fire with a pitchfork, it ain't how we coming. Understand, he's coming looking like he belongs there. He's coming fitting the bill, coming looking like your preference, coming looking like the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. He's never gonna come out of place. Let's just be real with it, just so you know. Because y'all sometimes people, if y'all want me to go there, y'all better just straighten the comments up then, because I do stuff like that. When people get in the comment section and try to challenge something, then talk to me nice. Y'all, I'm drink my water. Ain't no such thing as the devil. Okay. But some, okay. Okay. I don't got time. I don't got time. That's it. That come on. That's it, friend. They make me do stuff like that. Then you have to check them. You have to check them on that level. You know what I'm saying? You have to check them on that level. Like, come on now. Let's not be crazy. Let's not play delusional. Let's not play like we don't know. Understand me. Let's not play like we don't know. Let's be real about it. Some of us be in these situations, and what you do is you sit right there. You know these people. You see how they love. You see how they move. You see how they be. All of that. And you like, oh, wow. Well, I'm going to keep, as long as you stay right, as long as you allow it, they're going to stay right there. As long as you let them do it, then they're going to be right there. Trust me when I tell you. When they say, oh, yeah, well, it ain't no such thing as this, it ain't no such thing as that. No, you are it. You are it. All by yourself. Come on now. You are it. So when they say, you don't want to play chess. You don't want to. they don't want to, Heather. I'm trying to tell you. But sometimes you have to catch the people, because see, people they'll say things like that, and they'll go into this whole big debate about, is the enemy, is Satan really real? Is the devil really real? But how can you say God is real but then say that Satan is not? Understand that. Just like you have good spirits, you have bad spirits. We have to be real with. You can't have more of one without having more of the other, right? That's life. Everybody who got some sense and then ever opened a book, we already know that for every cause there's an effect, right? So we know this to be true. So we know that if you have this, then you also have what? You have that, cause and effect, right? You have both. So that when people say stuff like that, I just be like, what? That don't even make no sense. But people say things like that because they are already, come on, them type of people, they are comfortable where they are. They're comfortable where they are in life, right? They're comfortable right there. And those are the type of people that I say, stay away from. Stay away from them. I got to stay away. I watch everything that I listen to what people say, and I watch what people do on a regular basis. On a regular basis. But getting back to what we're talking about, I need for you to understand that sometimes, you have to pay attention, because sometimes you may be sleeping with the op. You may be laying up with somebody, and the whole entire time you thinking that, oh my God, it's something with me. That's their job, to convince you that the problem is you. That's their job, to finesse you into thinking that the problem is you. That's their job, to make sure that you are down bad. That's how the enemy operates. That's how a narcissistic individual, they operate. They go outside of their way to judge you in every single move that you made. A narcissist, baby, they go outside their way to find every single thing negative about you that they can find. Every trigger that you have, every insecurity that you have, they go outside their way to find that. They will lay next to you and pretend. If somebody just write in my comment section, pretend, just capital letters, pretend in the chat on all 3 platforms, pretend, put it in big bold letters. This is a narcissist, and this is their job. Come on, Crystal D, this is their job. They go pretend. Okay, TikTok, y'all on point this morning. Come on, double tap on that screen. Let me get some love over there. There you go. Come on, Instagram. I see y'all. Okay, Facebook, double tap. We say pretend. That's the narcissist's way right there, baby. Pretend. They will lay right there, holding you as tight as they can hold you, and let all the tears fall right there from your eyes. Everything. Come on, Kira. They will all be over there acting like they so in love with you, and they so concerned about you and what it is that you going through, and you just snotting up their shirt, telling them all your business. And as soon as you get finished telling them everything, guess what? As soon as you don't say what they want you to say, as soon as you don't do what they want you to do, as soon as you don't move how they want you to move, every single thing that you said with a face full of tears, confiding in them because you thought that they cared, they'll throw it whoosh right there in your face. Okay. Ooh, come on, can we talk about it? Pretend. You mean to tell me that you said right there and pretend to act like you care so much and you using every single thing that I said to you? You using it against me? You throwing it up in my face? You trying to hurt me? You trying to hurt my feelings? Oh, wow. Yeah, because they were pretending. Understand that skillful manipulators, this is what they do. They learn you to try to control you by your triggers, to try to control you and intimidate you by your fears and your insecurities. It was never that they cared. It was never that they wanted you that way. They want somebody to control. They want somebody to manipulate. They want somebody that they will be able to say jump and you say how high. They say bark like I was on Coming to America, bark like a dog. Oh, woo, woo, a small dog. That's what they want. They want somebody that they can control. And that's exactly how you look. Just like the lady on Coming to America, hopping on one foot and barking whenever they tell you to jump and to bark. Hello, somebody. So if you was ever trying to figure out what you look like, go watch Coming to America. You ain't got to watch nothing but the beginning part of it. As soon as it come on, you are the jumping lady with the barking of the dog. Understand? That's it. That's how they operate. That's what they want. That's not love. That's manipulation. And that's what they do. That's how they operate. They find the things that they find those things and they try to control you by them. Why? Because as long as, guess what? As long as they're able to do that, come on, double tap on the screen real quick. When you're in those type of situations, you have to understand that that's their job. They're only doing what they were trained to do. They're doing exactly what they came into your life to do. And that is to what? To stop your transition. Come on. That's exactly, they came into your life to stop your transition. They may look like the best thing that ever happened to you, but you just been finessed. You just been bamboozled. You just been hoodwinked. Understand that they might look like the best thing that ever happened to you. Yeah. Okay. Until you don't say what they want you to say, until you don't do what they want you to do, until you don't sing their praises, and then all of a sudden you're gonna find out something completely different. Understand that you have to be careful with the ones that so eager to use the love word as well. When y'all done just met each other and they love you like that, and they buying you everything. Oh yeah. Because some folk, they'll try to control you with that. They'll find somebody that they feel like is in need. If they see that you are broken, if they see that you're down bad, if they see that you're less fortunate, if they see or feel like, oh, you ain't never had these type of gifts, these type of this type of that, then they'll go outside of their way and they'll try to control you even with the gifts. They'll try to shower you with beautiful things. They'll try to buy you all things that you say, yeah, you ain't never had this, you ain't never, and those are the words that they'll use towards you. You ain't never had nobody love you like this. You ain't never had nobody give you like this. You ain't never had nobody to support you like this. You ain't never had nobody in your corner like this. You ain't never, yeah, they want you to believe, understand that they're the best thing that ever happened to you. They want you to believe. They want to finesse. They want to bamboozle you into thinking that you're absolutely nothing without them. If they're not in your life, a part of your life, supporting your life, giving to your life in any type of way, shape, or form, then you are nothing without them. That's how a narcissist works. That's how the enemy works. That's how the op works. That's how a toxic individual works. They want you codependent on them. Because if you're codependent on them, they're able to control the way you move. So I can pull you all the way off course. Understand, I can pull you smooth up out of alignment. And when you're off course and when you're out of alignment, then that means what? Then they're interrupting your transition. The enemy's job is to stop your transition. The enemy's job is to what? Stop your transition. The enemy's job is to what? To stop your transition. To stop you from what? Transforming into what God has created you to be. To stop you from becoming your best self. To stop you from being able to grow and evolve. To stop you from being happy. To stop you from having joy. To stop you from having peace. To stop you from having abundance. The enemy's job is to interrupt your transition because he knows that your transformation is on the other side of your transition. And if you transition the way that you need to, then my abundance is over there. Come on. Come on. Come on. I see y'all, man. Thank y'all. I see y'all. Y'all be on the live, and I guess y'all sharing the live at the same time. I see it coming across my screen. Double tap on that screen. What you say, Coach? The enemy's job is to stop your transition. The reason why he wants to stop your transition is because he knows your transformation is on the other side of that. My abundance is on the other side of this. Oh yeah. You want to stop me. You want to slow me up. You want to distract me. You want me to think less of myself. You want me to think like I'm not that girl or I'm not that guy. You want me to be over here filled with fear and self-doubt. That's what you want me to do, because if I'm that way, then I'll be looking to you for validation, for acceptance and approval. And that means that once I start looking to you for acceptance, validation, and approval, then I'm seeking you, not okay, you doing what? Then I'm seeking you. Then I'm not seeking God, which then means that I'm out of alignment. And the moment that I step out of alignment, then that means that the enemy has successfully interrupted my transition, because that's his job. His job is to interrupt my transition. Because if he interrupts my transition, then he stops my transformation. And my transformation holds my abundance. The healing that I need is in my transformation. The deliverance that I need is in my transformation. The growth, the development, everything that I need is over in my transformation. And we get distracted by our emotions. We get distracted by our love. We get distracted by our false sense of responsibility. We get distracted because we want other people to go. And sometimes you have to understand that less is more. Put it in my chat real quick. Less, you have to, come on. You have to understand that less is more. Less is more. I just want you to put it in the chat real quickly. Yeah, you have to understand that less is more. When you're on a spiritual journey, when you're on a healing journey, when you're on a self-love journey, understand that this is a key component. This is a red ink pen note. If you got your ink pens out, which you should have your ink pens out, because y'all should know not to come to my live without no notepad and ink pen, because one thing Coach gonna do what? Is give notes. I give notes every single morning. If you're not here sending gifts, if you're not here sending badges, if you're not here sending stars and showing up with your ink pen and ink pad, then what is it that you're doing? Because one thing that you're going to do, while I say the gifts, the stars, and the badges, is because you're getting free coaching. You get free coaching every single morning. I come over here and I do what? I do 30 minutes of inspiration, 30 minutes of motivation. You get a full session right here for a couple of gifts and a couple of badges and a couple of stars. There's no reason why you should not show up with all three of those things: a notepad and two pens, one black, one red. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you shouldn't show up ready. TTG, trained to go. Every single morning I get coached every morning. I know when I walk out the door on my way to work, I'm locked in. Look at P, I'm talking about it's true. Come on. Come on, it's very true. You walk up out of here every single morning and you should feel motivated. You should feel inspired. You should feel like your best self. You get reminded every single morning to value yourself, to love yourself, to respect yourself, to protect yourself, to walk into any environment, head up, chest out. You got this every single morning. Every single morning. I'm here Monday through Friday. Every single morning. Double tap on the screen. Less is more. Less is more. Thank you, Miss Taylor. Less is more. Understand that when you over here going through this spiritual journey, this healing journey, this growth journey, you have to know that this ain't a group project. Baby, this ain't a group project, and I'm willing to lose some folk along the way. I'm willing to walk away from some folk along the way. Understand that, baby, if you think for 1 second that I'm going to beg you, that I'm going to chase you, that I'm going to run after you, then, baby, you better watch this here. Get to running. I promise you, you'll be halfway down the road and realize ain't nobody behind you. That's not what I'm doing in this season. I'm not begging anybody. I'm not running nobody down. I'm not doing none of that. Well, who I'm focused on? Me. I'm focused on my growth. I'm focusing on my development. Why? Because I have played with myself for way too long. I have downplayed myself for way too long. Understand that I have diluted the person that I am for way too long. I'm off the ride right here. This is where I got off the ride. We got off the ride when we started to assess our life, assess the relationships. And after we've done that, we had to accept the reality of what it really and truly was. Baby, I'm good to you, but you a dog dirty to me. Understand that I love you, but ain't no love in you for me. I'm willing to give to you, but ain't no reciprocation coming from you in no type of way, shape, or form. The reality is you will study me to find my triggers. You will study me to find my insecurities just to manipulate me with those things. You are a narcissist. You are toxic. Understand, you are manipulative. You are skillful at what you do. And now I understand why. Because you are the op. I didn't want to see you that way, but you the op. Yeah. Come on. Can I be, baby? I didn't want to see you that way, but truthfully speaking, baby, you are the op. You got one job, and your job is to come into my life and to interrupt my transition because my transformation is attached to it. And I'm noticing something about you because when you start assessing stuff, you start seeing everything, baby. Yeah, I'm noticing something about you. You ain't happy unless I'm unhappy. You ain't happy unless I'm unhappy. Understand that you ain't happy and you ain't okay unless I'm not. If I'm not okay, if I'm sad, I'm depressed, if I'm just sitting in the house on the couch, if I'm just sitting over there doing absolutely nothing, you got happy, joy, all up over you. But the moment that you find out that I'm about to do something, that I'm about to anything, and that's including brunch, the moment that I start to make a move, then all of a sudden you get in your feelings. You all of a sudden you get mad. All of a sudden you get the feeling away. What is it about? Feel away. Yeah, you get the feeling away. Understand that everything about me growing bothers you. Everything about me elevating bothers you. Everything about me healing bothers you. Me being in a support group bother you. Me opening a book bother you. Me learning how to pray, how to fast bother you. Why? Because you're the enemy. Because you're the op. And what happens in these situations is these people don't hurt you. They trick you into hurting yourself. These people don't destroy you. They trick you into destroying yourself. And that's the reason why in the beginning of this video I said to you, you think that your anger is towards them. You think your frustration and your need to want to hurt them, if I could only get away with it, is towards them. But when you see them, it's not really anger once you look at it. Once you really sit yourself down and evaluate it, once you sit yourself down and really evaluate it, once you look at it for what it really is, it's not anger that you have towards them. It's hurt. The person that you're angry with is yourself. You be hurt, you be disappointed, and everything inside your heart towards them because I would never do you like that. I would have never humiliated you like that. I would have never, ever played in your face like that. But for you, you be angry with yourself. You be frustrated with yourself because how did I not see it? How did I not know it? How did that get past me? And you become that individual that start to look at yourself different. You start to feel differently about yourself. You start to look at yourself and not recognize who you are. And you start to lose yourself in trying to find yourself and find the mistakes in yourself. And it's like, who am I? What am I? And all of a sudden you become so sad, so depressed, so frustrated with life. And it's not because, it's not because of you, it's because of what you just went through, right? Because of that experience. You're like, I don't know who I am anymore. And you don't, because they've tricked you into becoming so wrapped up into who they wanted you to be, right? So even though you're the victim in a situation, they have you over there hurt like the villain. But they have you over there. You're the victim, but they trick you into thinking that you're the villain. They have you over there trying to repair a bond that you didn't break. They have you over there trying to fix a relationship that you didn't destroy. They have you over there talking about let's go to counseling, let's go fix this and let's go fix that. And they have you over there running after them after they hurt you. They have you over there running them down, begging them from a relationship after they damaged you, after they hurt you, after they disrespected you, after they did all of these things to you. Now you're begging them as if you were the person that had the problem. They have you willing to go get therapy and everything else. They got you stretched out on people's couches and everything else like you were the problem. The only only problem that you had was you didn't love you enough. The only problem that you had was that you didn't know who you were. You didn't know who you were. You didn't know whose you were. The only problem that you really have is the fact that you don't love yourself, value yourself enough. It's not you, but the way that the enemy operates, he'll twist it, he'll turn it, he'll manipulate it, he'll shape it to make it look like you are a villain in a situation where you're really the victim. So now here you are, chasing them, begging them, want to repair with them. And they over there laughing. Got you right where I want you. Oh, I got a wrap around my finger. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere. Yeah. And they sitting over there playing the role right there in your face. Sitting right there in your face, playing the role of being so hurt and so neglected by you. And I can't believe, well, if you wouldn't have done this, then I wouldn't have done that. And you made me feel this way and that way. And because your heart is so soft, your heart is so tender, because you're such a loving person, when they say that you hurt them, then here you are. I didn't mean it that way. That wasn't the case. And I'm sorry that it came across that way, and whoop de whoop. And now here you are feeling like you're responsible for their behavior. You are never responsible for another person's behavior, but you are responsible for yours. I'm not responsible for you getting irate and getting disrespectful. I'm not responsible for you behaving like an idiot. I'm not responsible for you being who you are. I'm not responsible for the decisions that you made. Understand that. That's all on you. The only person's behavior that I'm responsible for is mine. That's it. That's all. And you have to learn how to look at folk and tell them, you won't put that on me. That right there, that's not mine. That's not mine, and you won't put that on me. Understand that. That's not mine. You're not going to put that on me. You're not going to make me feel like I'm responsible for your irresponsibility. You're not going to make me feel like I have to carry the weight of the decisions that you made. You're not going to make it seem like it's my fault that I got to go and fix or adjust the consequences or protect you from the consequences of your own decision making. Oh, baby, that's not it. That's, find you somebody else to play with. That right there, that's not happening over here. I'm not responsible for your behavior. I'm not responsible for your consequences. I'm not responsible for repairing anything that you didn't. You did what you did. I felt what I felt. What's next? Because right now, less is more. I'm willing to do what I got to do, even if it's just me. I'm willing to do what I got to do, even if it's just me. I'm willing to do what I got to do in my life to create the very best version of myself, even if I have to do it and it's just me. Even if I have to show up and it's just me. Less is more. Less is more. Understand that less is more. I'm entering a season of my life where I'm doing what? I'm creating a plan. I'm assessing my life. I'm assessing my life and accepting full responsibility of my life. That's right. I'm assessing it, accepting the reality, full responsibility of my life. I'm creating a plan for my life. And when I create this plan, I'm going to be committed to the plan that I create for my life. Because I know that other people are watching. I know you're watching to see if I'm going to be consistent. I know that you're watching to see if I'm going to respect my own boundaries. I know that you're watching to see if I'm going to do exactly what I said that I was going to do. I'm going to create the plan and be committed to the plan that I create for myself, because I know that people are watching to see if I'm going to be inconsistent, if I'm not going to follow through, to see if I'm really committed or not. No. Create the plan, and then I'm holding myself responsible for being committed to it. Because how they see me treating me is how they're going to treat me. The enemy's job is to stop my transition. The enemy wants to stop my transition, because if he stops my transition, then he also stops my transformation. Then that means that I'll never become what I was created to become, because my feet have gotten stifled. I'm stuck. I'm off course. So I have to understand that whatever level of life that I'm living on right now, I'm living there because I chose it. Whatever level of life that I'm living on right now, I'm living there because I chose it. Because I have a divine right of choice. And if this is not giving, then I have a divine right of choice to say that I'm choosing me something else. I am not stuck. I can get out of this. I don't have to stay here. I can get out of this. I can walk away from this. I can reset from this. There's no area in your life at all where you should ever feel stuck. If you want to go, you can go. And the truth be told is, even if we look back, when Daniel and all of them came out, when they came out of the fiery furnace, the Hebrew boys, when they came out of the lion's den, when Paul came out of the prison, when the whale spit Jonah out, I can come out of this on my feet. They all walked. Nobody was drug out. Nobody was carried out. You out. You can walk out. You can disconnect. You can disengage. You have that power. You have that authority. Do not allow the enemy to trick you into thinking that you are stuck. And yes, sometimes it's going to be some complicated type of situations. Sometimes it's going to be some hurt feelings. Sometimes it's going to be some, crazy stuff said. Sometimes you're going to be surrounded by some foolishness. Understand, this man is coming up out of the belly of a whale. He is covered in slob and slime at this point. 3 days, that's a long time to be in there. So we can't just assume that he came out and he was completely dry. Sometimes you're going to come out wet with tears, baby. Sometimes you're going to come out drenched. Sometimes you're going to come out, you ain't gonna know how in the world, wait a minute, how did this happen? You might not even understand it, but all you have to do is make a decision that, God, I want to come out. I'm coming out of this. That's it. That's all. Some you don't know how, but I'm coming out. That's it. I'm coming out. You have to look at it. Coming out of the fiery furnace, can you only imagine? Sometimes you're gonna feel like that though. Like I'm walking through the fire. Understand that. I'm walking through the fire. Every time I turn around, I'm doing what? I'm putting out this fire, then putting out that fire, then putting out that fire, then putting out that fire. I done used up every fire hydrant that I could possibly find in this doggone house. It's always a fire. It's always an obstacle. It's always something that's happening. But guess what? The truth of the matter is I'm still coming out. I'm going to still come out. And just like I put that out, I put that out, and I put that out, I'm going to be doing this until the end of time. But one thing that I'm not going to do, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to just sit here and sweat it out. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep pushing forward. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep calling on you. I'm going to keep depending on you. I'm going to keep relying on you. I'm going to keep leaning into you. And sometimes you may feel like you in the lion's den. You might feel like you're surrounded by a bunch of vultures, a bunch of folk that came ready, that they sitting right there, they ready to maul you. They sitting right there, they ready to eat you alive. Understand that they ready to get on you, they ready to pounce on you. Just the first time, second they get, the first opportunity they get, they gonna eat you up. First time that they get, baby, first green light, it's over. You're gonna be surrounded by those type of folk. But guess what? You cannot give that to them, and you can't give it to them. You have to stay focused. You got to stay in alignment, and you got to keep pushing forward right then, right there, because it's gonna happen. It's gonna be some folk that they're gonna want to eat you alive right there, baby. Right there where you at. Baby, the first opportunity that I get, I'm on you. First time, first chance, baby, I'm telling you. Soon as that doubt jump in, phew, I'm on you. Soon as that fear jump in, phew, I'm on you. They're going to be pounding. They're ready to pounce. Come on. Thank you, Shay Shay. They're ready to get on you. They're ready. You're going to be surrounded by some of those folks. But it ain't going to be just them. It's going to also be some spectators, some haters in your circle. Right? Remember what I told y'all before? I said he never said that you was going to eat in front of a bunch of people that loved you. He never said you're going to be eating and preparing the table for you in front of a bunch of people that supported you, a bunch of people that was on your side. He said, I'm gonna prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. You're gonna eat in front of the same folk that counted you out. You're gonna fine dine in front of the same people that said that you couldn't make it, that said you wouldn't be here, that said you would never amount to nothing. Somebody that said you would be just like your mother, just like your father, that you would be just like the people from that broken community, that broken home. You are a product of your environment. You will never go any further than right here. Those going to be some of the folk that's going to be surrounding that table, that's going to watch you eat, that's going to watch you become successful, that's going to watch you do things that they thought that you would never be able to do. But you got to be locked in. You have to be ready to go. You have to be ready to break off every limitation that they may have placed on your life. Understand that that's up to you. And sometimes when you're doing this, you got to know that less is more. You may not be able to take the sandbox bestie, the one that you played with all your life. They may not be able to go. Why? Because they like being a product of the environment. You may not be able to take with you. Understand, your homegirl from high school, the one that you went to prom with, because y'all were besties like that. So y'all had the double date. Why? Because they are comfortable in the environment that they're in. They don't have the same vision, the same grit, the same grind, the same passion. They don't have the same desire that you got. And you have to leave them right there. What you say, Coach? Less is more. You might not be able to take. Understand, the college friend. You done pledged together. Y'all done partied together. Got degrees together. All of that. But that's as far as where they wanted to go. They're comfortable right there working in that job with that degree. They're comfortable. They feel successful right there. You got that. And guess what? I want more. I want more. I want abundance. I want bigger. I want better. And guess what? You have to leave them right there. Less is more. Everybody won't go. Everybody won't go. And everybody you leave, you won't be because of beef. Everybody won't go. And every time you disconnect from somebody or leave somebody, separate yourself from somebody, doesn't mean that there's any beef. Doesn't mean that there's any drama. Doesn't mean that there's any discord. Doesn't mean that there's any hard feelings. Sometimes you walk away from people because you've simply outgrown those people. You've outgrown those conversations. You've outgrown those type of environments. Those things no longer are impressive to you. Those things are no longer exciting for you. Those things are no longer things that you want to deal with. And that, my dear, is okay. If I see you, I'm speaking and giving you a hug. But we're probably not going to be at the club together because I don't see the point of me spending my money on that. Understand that? I see you and it's love and it's hugs. But we may not be at the same place at the same time. And that's okay. It's okay to outgrow people. It's okay to outgrow environments, and that's okay. You have to always be willing to do what's best for you. Always. Every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because there's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. Of course, it's your favorite online motivational and inspirational speaker. It's your girl, street poet. I love me some you, man. Good morning to everybody. If you don't walk away with nothing, I want you to walk away with knowing that whatever level of life that you're on currently right now, she says, thank you so much. I needed this. You're welcome, baby. It's God's plan. Whatever level of life that you're living on right now, I want you to know that you're allowing that. You can change that. Step back, step away, assess your life. Assess the relationships that you have, the connections that you have with different people in your life. And once you assess those things, be open and be honest about, do they add value or are they a liability? Do you add value or are you a liability? Understand that you have to make that decision in your life. Do you add value or are you a liability? And you have to be extremely honest about what it is that when you answer that, you have to be extremely honest about what that answer answer is. And after you answer that, you have to hold yourself accountable for acting, behaving, and living and dealing accordingly. Understand that, because it's one thing not to know, but it's a whole nother thing when you do know. That's all up to you. And don't ever allow the enemy to interrupt your transition. Understand that that's his job. The enemy's job is to stop your transition. The enemy's job is to stop you from growing, to stop you from evolving, to stop you from being able to create your very best version of yourself. That's the enemy's job. His job is to stop you. His job is to distract you. His job is to pull you out of alignment. His job is to upset you. His job is to instill fear and self-doubt and insecure feelings inside of you. That's his job. Because as long as you're feeling that way, he knows that you will never reach your fullest potential because you're wrapped up in your feelings. You owe that to yourself to make sure that you take care of you. Stay focused on this journey at all costs. Do me a favor real quick. If I blessed your soul this morning, if I motivated you, if I inspired you in any type of way, shape, or form this morning, send me some love over here on TikTok. Send me some love IG. Send me some love over here on Facebook real quick. Double tap on that screen. Facebook, we need 300 stars to reach 3,000. Double tap on that screen, man. If I blessed your soul this morning, if I motivated you, inspired you, gave you what you needed this morning, if you got your inspiration, your confirmation, or your motivation this morning from this morning's live, do me a favor real quick. Double tap on my screen. Double tap on my screen. Thank you so much, Benny Simpson. Crystal Love, thank you so much for the cash app. I love you too. Double tap on that screen. Thank you, Auntie Nay. Appreciate those flowers. Appreciate that heart coming through. Thank you so much, T Jr. I appreciate you. I love you too. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Kira. Thank you so much, man. Double tap, double tap, double tap. If you got what you needed this morning, if you walking away saying, you know what, I needed that right there, baby. And even if it wasn't new information, if you walking away saying, you know what, I needed that reminder. Thank you, Start the Day Forever. Thank you, Doris 127. If you walking away saying, I needed that reminder this morning. Thank you, Felicia. I needed somebody to get in my face and get me back in alignment, because you know what, that's been me right there. I've really been thinking that I've been mad, but I am really disappointed. I am really hurt. I am really frustrated. I am really this. And who I really am mad at? I'm really mad at me. Thank you, bad gal. I'm really mad at me. I'm frustrated with me because there's a part of me that knew that I was playing with me. It's a part of me that knew that I wasn't doing what I really needed to do for me. It's a part of me that I know really wasn't doing what I needed to be doing when it was concerning me. I wasn't working on me the way that I needed to, wasn't praying the way I needed to, fasting the way that I needed to, reading the way that I needed to, wasn't in my class participating the way that I needed to, didn't set up my therapy session the way that I needed to. You know, there's some things in my life that I need to make sure that I'm prioritizing, and my mental health is one of them. My spiritual health is one of them. My emotional health is one of them. Those things should all be together on the top of the list. Understand that I'm not going to walk around being no beautiful disaster. I got to make sure that I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing to get done what I need to get done. I owe that to me. I owe that to me. Double tap on my screen. Double tap on my screen. I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all so much. I love you guys so much. I'm telling you, man, it is truly a blessing, man, to be able to serve. To be able to serve you guys this morning is truly a blessing. I appreciate the love and the support that's coming from each and every one of you guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Keep in mind, tomorrow I'll be right back at 8 a.m. right here on tomorrow. If you guys know already, man, Nashville, Tennessee, I'm on my way. I will be in Nashville, Tennessee this Saturday. Get in the room tour Nashville. Y'all, hope y'all ready for me, because I'm ready for y'all. I am coming to Nashville, Tennessee this Saturday. Get in the room tour. It is not too late. If you want to get you a ticket, go to the Get in the Room tour Eventbrite. Get in the Room tour Nashville, Tennessee. Go ahead and grab your ticket up off of there. When I tell y'all it's an experience, honey, we done switch things all around for Nashville, man. It is definitely going to be one of them ones. I'm super excited about it, man. Me and Latrice been talking, and I'm telling y'all, man, it's going to be, oh my God, just make sure you bring a notepad, a black ink pen, and a red ink pen, and probably some tissue and some tissue too, baby, because you're going to need it when you get to Nashville. We are completely we're changing it around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell y'all all the details. Just know it's not going to be one of those ones that you want to miss. Understand that if you've been to any of the other Get in the Room tours and you trusted the fact that it was an experience, because I'm telling you, if you did that, then guess what? When you get to Nashville, you're going to be like, you know what? But I ain't did it like that before. I'm telling you, we've been praying on it. We've been fasting on it. We've been aligning every single thing that we need. So when I tell y'all Nashville, I'm ready for y'all. I am ready for y'all. And I will see y'all this Saturday, Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, Memphis, Tennessee, any of the surrounding areas. Get your behind over that way. Go on up there. Come to Nashville. That's going to be this Saturday. This Saturday, I'm going to be in Nashville, Tennessee. Go to the Get in the Room tour. Eventbrite, Get in the Room tour. I'm on my way. And if you have not got your masterclass ticket, we got but 12. I think it's 12. We got 12 more tickets left. 12 tickets left. You can do the masterclass from the comfort of your own home, from your room, from your kitchen, right there on your couch. You ain't got to go nowhere. We have a masterclass where it's talking about breaking the toxic cycles of family, friends, religion, and relationship. I got OG Nunu from New Orleans. I have the Victorious Visionary as well, both on that ticket. So if you have not, understand, if you have not already got your masterclass ticket, do me a favor. Make sure you go to LeroyHall.com. Go to my website. You like your Nunu? Man, listen, you already know. I love her. I absolutely love her. So she's going to be on there. Y'all, if you know Lunu, then you already know how she coming. She coming and she taking that part. I'm coming with my part. The visionary coming with her part. Just know that it's going to be one of them classes that, go get your master class ticket. You can do that from the comfort of your own home. Go right there to the website, LeroyHall.com, and grab your ticket expeditiously. I love me some you, man, and I want you guys to go and have a wonderful day. Man, she said, stumbled upon you, yet I'm moving in my purpose. Amen. This is direct results of turning spirituality. Thank you, sis. You're welcome, baby. That's God's plan for sure. God's plan for sure. I love you guys. I want you guys to enjoy the rest of y'all day. Y'all be good. You love her too? That's my girl.